This in itself isn't the that's the whole deal. No, but I just realized I can't bring that. All the people in the world are not understanding. I'm only
How's everybody doing? One minute. Yeah, go on. Post stamps, too. Pre and post. Ampers. We're all on. Amplitude modulation. Amplitude modulation. Or frequency modulation. 10,000 watts. We're starting off in D. And a good Saturday morning. Welcome to all you folks listening in over the AM frequency at 740 and also on our FM side at 106.7. I'm Jenny Lowry. I'm your host for today's Saturday morning merry-go-round. And if you're here for the Fountainers, due to the travel restrictions still being in place in their country of Scotland, there was not an opportunity for them to be with us today. So we have asked our faithful fill-in group, which I am proud to be a member of, the Merry-Go-Rounders, to fill in for this first hour. We're going to be providing some old-time music, some traditional Surrey County old-time music. Hey, it's Mayberry Days. Did y'all know that? Mayberry Days is going on. If you were unaware, the parade just happened. It was great. It was fantastic. Had 14 squad cars in the parade today. 14 squad cars in the parade. It's a pleasure to be with you folks here, though, for the Saturday morning merry-go-round, broadcast live each and every week from the historic Earl Theater, home of the Old Time Music Heritage Hall. Well, I need to take my seat, I guess. So, Roger, why don't you tell the folks a little bit about either our first song or what we're going to do here?
Thank you. Appreciate that, Jenny. We're going to start off with an old traditional tune here played by just about every old-time band that you'll see playing anywhere, and it's usually the tune that folks first learn if they take up this kind of music. There's one called Soldier's Joy, so we'll see if we can get that one done for you a little bit here.
mama's darling boy playing a little tune called Soldier's Joy. Grasshopper sitting on a sweet tater vine, grasshopper sitting on a sweet tater vine, grasshopper sitting on a sweet tater vine, yonder come a chicken and said he's mine. Good job, Roger. That was Jenny bringing you all the wrong notes in that song. So I had to get those out of the way right from the get-go today. All the bad notes. Give us another hoedown tune, Roger. What you got picked out?
Oh, it's another old standard tune. Go to a fiddler, she mentioned anywhere, you're going to hear this one played probably as much as any of the others. One called Mississippi Song.
so much. If this isn't your frequent kind of music that you hear all the time, because maybe you're from somewhere other than Surrey County, this is traditional old-time music, which is played here still today and has been for many years, kind of a precursor to bluegrass. And I have to ask, are you the Elvis fan that I met yesterday? Okay, so we won't be doing any Elvis music, but obviously. Oh, well, great, plays bluegrass. So after the 12 o'clock news, we're going to have a bluegrass group on with us, a regularly scheduled bluegrass group, Steve Marshall and High Road. You going to slow things? Yeah, very good group, excellent group. So please don't let us deter you from staying. No, I'm just picking. We're going to slow things down, Roger? What do you think?
Sure, absolutely. A little waltz. A little waltz called Sweet.
What we need to do is let's send that out to Johnny Gentry. He might be listening today. I'm not sure.
Actually, he called me last night, told me him and Nancy would be listening.
Oh, well, I hope y'all are doing good.
Send them out of tune.
Well, you were probably saving a different one, and I butted in.
I was waiting for the fifth tune. He said, send me the fifth tune. Don't send me any tune for the fifth tune.
Are you serious?
No, I'm making that.
Superstitious. That's like the 14th squad car. Hey, that sounds like a good name for a band. I'm having to multitask, and so checking the time. Let's do another song before we take a break and hear a word from our first sponsor of the program, which is Price Power Equipment over in Elkin, North Carolina, and we'll be hearing from those folks here in just a moment. But now,
let's do Green Eyed Susan.
Okay, yeah.
Or Brown Eyed or Black Eyed Susan?
Black Eyed. I think I'll stick with Black Eyed Susan.
Okay.
All right. My biscuits soft and gravy. All I need in this creation, little girl, make my living. Hey, Black Eyed Susie, oh, Black Eyed Susie, hey, Black Eyed Susie, oh. One name's Tom, the other one's Davy, one likes ham, the other likes gravy. Hey, Black Eyed Susie, oh, Black Eyed Susie, hey, Black Eyed Susie, oh.
I'm so glad you sang that song, Roger. You did a great job on that. It's a fast. You really got to get the words out there to get it out.
Well, I'm known as a fast talker.
And speaking of which, we'll send things back to you, Brad Llewellyn, to hear a word from our sponsor, Price Power Equipment over in Elkin, North Carolina. We'll be back with more music on the merry-go-round right after this.
Merry-go-round.
Thank you so much, Brack, and I'm switching in between microphones too, and then on top of it all, I've got the on-air light to continue. And as you notice now I'm over here, and the switch is over there, so the on-air light is not on, but it will be in just a moment. I've got another good hoedown tuner picked out for you. Right, Roger? What you got picked out for us?
Try to do one now for you that I sort of picked up from a local fella here and his family band. And if you're anywhere from around Surrey County, you're going to know the name Richard Bowman, and of course Marcia Bowman, and Barbara Bowman, and they've been playing in this area for a long time. And I first tried to learn a lot of the tunes they played, and this one I sort of tried to pick up on one called Sarah Road. So we'll see if we can do this one as close as we can.
Thank you so much. I know. Hey, speaking of which, why don't we go ahead and do Sandy River Bells first? Will that be all right? Then we'll get to the next song on.
They can't see the list.
They can't see the list. I don't even have to tell them what we're doing, do I?
I can see
They, yes, that's exactly right. We are here for the Saturday morning merry-go-round. I'm having to check the time. I should have brought some glasses. I can't see on top of everything else. I said I can't sing that because I can't see the paper, so I guess we'll have to omit that one. But it's time to do about 2 more songs, and then maybe we'll take a quick break.
This one's called Sandy River Bells. It's played fast by a lot of groups, but I sort of learned it as a slow waltz or 2-step tune. We'll see how this one goes here.
lovely. Sandy River Bells. It's talking about a lady, right? Sandy River Bells.
I have no idea.
Well, I think so. I think it is. I think it is. Sandy River Bells. Well, speaking of ladies, here's an old-time number called The Long Tongue Woman. We didn't make up that name. It's always been called that name, and that's just all I'm going to say about that. Probably talking about a gossiper. That's what I think, a gossiper. This ain't got the 2 chords, right? Surely I can get it right.
Fiddle players don't use chords. I don't know why they always ask the fiddle player about chords. We'll all be surprised together.
Hey, we will. We'll find out at the same time. Let's see. Let's send things back to Brack, and we'll hear a word from one of the sponsors of this portion of today's Merry-Go-Round, and I believe that is actually a program that airs weekly on WPAQ. That's Knee Deep in Bluegrass with your host, Cindy Baucom. We'll hear a word about that program, and we'll be back with more music coming up on today's Saturday morning Merry-Go-Round on the voice of the Blue Ridge, WPAQ. Thank you, Brack, and I appreciate that. You're way too kind. We'll do a couple more, and then we'll give you enough chance to update the folks on the weather forecast. Do want to remind everybody there'll be a bluegrass group on. Our very special friends of this station, Steve Marshall and High Road, they'll be coming on after the 12 o'clock news. Right now, back to more music with our special guests, the Merry-Go-Rounders.
Jenny, I do want to take just a second to also not only send this out to Johnny and Nancy Gentry, but also Dr. Mark Handy and C.T. Janney, who possibly could be listening in, but they were my longtime bandmates in the Mountain Park Band for about 13 years, and put up with me all that time, believe it or not. So
time sure does pass fast, and I always enjoy seeing y'all play out. as well as at the Allegheny Jubilee and elsewhere. And hopefully y'all will perform again real soon. We're going to do Fly Around My Pretty Little Miss. Okay. Some folks calls it Western Countries. Other folks calls it Susan Annandale. Trying to look at the paper and I got my feet in the way. I'm sorry about that. I'll turn around this way. How about that? Let's do a good waltz number and then we'll let Rack update the folks on the weather forecast.
Well, if you're ever around Independence, Virginia on a Wednesday night, I'm assuming that you're still having it, but there's a jam session there. The old 1908 courthouse led by Jerry Correll at the Wolf Brothers. And I learned this one from him, and he played it there a lot. It's called Waltz in the Clouds.
Everett Brothers do is the Democratic Donkey.
Oh,
But I
wow.
won't do that one today. We'll give you Brad Llewellyn. I'm not making a long-tongue woman, definitely the name of the song. Democratic Donkey, also the name of the song. Right now, we'll let Brad Llewellyn update you folks on the excellent Mayberry Days weather forecast. And we'll be back with more music coming up right after this.
Yes, Judy.
Where's
Jenny?
Jenny,
I think she's on the phone call. She'll be back in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much, Brack, and if you're just tuning in or just joining us, welcome here to the Earl Theater, home of the Old Time Music Heritage Hall. We broadcast the Merry-Go-Round from here each and every Saturday, and it's my pleasure to be with these folks, the Merry-Go-Rounders. Roger was so kind. You know, he sees that I'm very stressed out sometimes, and he comes in the music store and he looks at me one day and he said, you know, Jenny, sometimes when y'all have people cancel at the last minute, we could put together a little group to fill in. And I said, that's a great idea, because this happens sometimes, and sometimes it happens on Saturday mornings. Folks call and say, hey, I know I'm supposed to be there at 11, but something's happened and I can't make it. And so thank you so much, Roger. Go ahead and introduce our next song.
Oh, Jenny, I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun. The few times we played so far, I get sort of excited. I almost got here late this morning, though. I stopped by Hardy's down there, you know, and I went in the bathroom to wash my hands like I always do, and I saw that sign, you know, it said, employees must wash hands. I mean, it was 15 minutes before an employee came in to wash my hands. I didn't think I was going to get here.
That one surprised me. I wasn't sure what you were going to say.
I don't think
Did you make that up?
Oh, is that not what?
Did you make that joke up?
Well, yeah.
I don't think he's joking.
You don't think he's joking?
Well, it's my life, you know. Well, the other day I was backing out of the driveway, you know, I didn't see the post, and I put a little dent in the back of my car. I put a whole tube of that fix-it in on, didn't help a bit.
That's, Roger, we got to talk after this stuff. That's for dangerous, Roger. Not for car.
Really?
Yeah, we got to talk about things. We need to,
Oh, my
do you have the
goodness.
internet, Roger?
The internet?
Yeah, you have the internet.
I don't have the internet.
You need to go to the YouTube and the internet and look up some of this stuff.
Oh, my. Well,
The internet.
story of my life. But we're
What are
going to
we
play
doing?
this old standard one here. We're going to switch keys on and see if they know this one called Old Joe Clark.
that song. I know it's on his Andy Griffith Show's record.
I think that's right.
That one is on there, and also Whoa Mule, and another couple of old time songs. And I do want to just tell you that, do you ever feel like you have to have a phone, but your phone distracts from everything you're trying to do? And I'm trying to look at the time and remember what it is that I'm supposed to do next, and then you can't remember what chord you're in.
By the way, Jeannie usually hosts this when other people are playing, so she's having to host and play today, so
It's okay.
that's
It's all right. Well, I thought, I can look over there and glance at the time, and then I thought, what key are we in? So that's what happens when you try to do too many things at once.
this next key song is in J minor, I think.
J minor?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can find that.
Well, now they,
Yeah, it's a banjo chord.
Have you ever learned any good banjo jokes?
No.
if you want a banjo joke, you have to ask the fiddle player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
the
right.
banjo players generally don't like banjo jokes. Kind of like lawyers don't really like lawyer jokes.
You know how I keep my fiddle safe?
How's that?
I keep it in a banjo case.
I just mentioned y'all know that banjo lives matter. So y'all keep picking on the banjo player over here.
We haven't told him who this banjo
Banjos
player is.
matter too.
That one came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting that either. We do need to introduce the other person here with us. He's the pride of North Surrey High School. Can you believe that? He's actually a school teacher. And he does a great job. You know what? I got to tell this story.
I impart wisdom in young people.
You do, I know. My friend Eric came to me one day and said, when I retire, I want to pick up the banjo and do a one-man show. So I'd like for you to be my agent. And I said, I don't know if there's that big of a, I'm not sure how I can help you with that. But I do think that there is a market for it. I started to say there's not a market for that, but there is.
Yeah, thank you. I'm slightly insulted.
I know. No, I didn't. I'm halfway saying this in a joking way. So anyway, so Eric said, I said, well, you need to come on the merry-go-round and do your program. He said, I'd like to entertain people and like do some jokes and songs and stories. And I said, that's great. Churches, different things. Of course, nobody knew there was going to come along a pandemic, and so there would be nowhere to play. But Eric came on the merry-go-round, and he did his one-man show, and it was great. We had a great time, and then lo and behold, Roger said, let's put us a pickup band together. And I said, well, I know a banjo player, and he's never really played in a band before, but, you know, he's
Nobody would let me play with them.
They would so. Well, we
They
did.
would before,
Well,
until y'all came on.
Until we came along, and the rest is history.
Yes, it is.
And here we are on Mayberry Days 2021.
Making millions of dollars.
Millions of cents, or millions of, I don't know what, millions of insults.
You know,
Okay.
being a teacher is one thing, you know, I work in the recovery field. You know, I work with folks recovering from addiction.
Yes.
And we had a fellow the other day, he was addicted to brake fluid. Can you believe that?
No.
Yeah, it's tragic. But you know, the great thing was he could stop anytime.
I didn't see that one coming either.
Feel free to boo Roger if y'all want to.
Roger Stamper on the fiddle and Eric Jessup on the banjo. And as I said, Eric is a school teacher and he does a great job. Also a coach, but he's resigning from his full-time coaching position. Yeah. So moving in towards retirement.
Yes.
And Roger is, as he said, he's a therapist. And we're not making that up.
Well, now, just to be accurate, I'm actually a case manager.
Oh, okay. He's a case manager
He
therapist.
works with the recovery, right.
He does do a very good job, though. I haven't had to attend yet. Hopefully I can manage. Anyway, we better move on with some music. What were we doing
How
next?
about this one? My own house.
All right, sounds
Yeah,
good.
let's do a walk.
Yep, I'm ready.
that one out to my wife. I think she's listening in. Her friend Esther, I think, is listening in with her. So I bet it's hard enough to be married to a fiddle player. I better send her out soon.
Well, speaking of wives, my wife was just talking about vacation, and last night, and she said, "I want to go somewhere this year for vacation where I've never been before, never ever been." And I said, "Well, that shouldn't be too hard. Just start in the kitchen."
That's a good one. I bet she hit you in the head with a pan after that.
I hope she's not listening.
She may be.
I hope not.
She may
I'll
be
be in big
listening.
trouble when she picks me up.
Yeah. You didn't park your car on the sidewalk like last time, did you?
No, I actually had my wife drop me off this morning because I knew we'd have a big crowd in town. I didn't think there'd be any parking, so and she actually, I got one banjo case out, and then she just kind of pushed the other one out and took off. I didn't have the door shut. She was anxious to get rid of me this morning.
Well, let's see. We got time to do, let's go ahead and take a break real quick. We'll take a break and send things back to Brack Llewellyn, and let me figure out what it is that we're supposed to be breaking for, because like I said, I was looking at 100 different things. Oh, that's right. The Chick-fil-A promo during the Bears Radio Network, we need to tell you folks about that. And we'll be back with more music coming up on today's Saturday Morning Merry-Go-Round, this first portion featuring the Merry-Go-Rounders. We'll be back right after this. Last night the phone wouldn't work for no giveaways. Yeah, that happened. I'm not going to tell the people about that. Yeah, big time. You think people were mad when they couldn't win that? 8 people, Chick-fil-A feast? Yeah, I was not.
I'm mad now. I wasn't listening.
Thank you so much, Brack Llewellyn. Be sure and stay tuned during the Bears Radio Network for the Chick-fil-A promo that we do each week on Friday night. And right now, back to our special guest for this first portion of the Merry-Go-Round. I think, Brack, if you don't mind, let's move that last ad, if possible, into the 12 o'clock hour, and we'll play on up about 3 songs until top of the hour news, if that's all right with you. Right now, back to more music. Our special guests, the Merry-Go-Rounders.
Oh my, we're just having a good time. We hope we're doing something that you folks are enjoying this morning. Eric told you about his little vacation plans with his wife. That reminded me, I wanted to surprise my wife one time. I put a map of North Carolina up on the wall there in the kitchen, Jenny, and I gave my wife a dart, and I told her, I said, just throw this dart wherever it lands. We're going to go there for 2 weeks of fun and enjoyment. We're going to go 2 weeks right behind the refrigerator.
That's a good one, too. That's a good one, too. What are we doing now?
Sourwood
Oh, all
Mountain.
right. Are you going to sing this?
No, I don't think I can do that.
Well, I
one.
told you I made my words too small.
Words are too small.
No, this one's a little bit better. I'll try.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I know this one by heart.
Oh, good, good.
Chickens growing on Sourwood Mountain, high on my diddle on my day. So many pretty girls I can't count, high on my diddle on my day. so much on the Andy Griffith album. He did that one too. We've probably got time for 2 more songs, so what are we doing?
Well, let's see.
Let's choose.
Let's pick one out there. We can
Out of red, yeah.
do Out of Red, we sure could.
And Breaking Up Christmas.
All right.
You want to do those? Both still an A?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Doing Out of Red first.
Let's do that. About most everybody in the old time and bluegrass has done that at one time or another, or some way or another. Let's wrap things up on this first portion of the program with another good Surry County tune.
Well, we sure appreciate you all staying around and listening to us, and all those listening on the radio and the internet and Facebook Live. We appreciate all those folks taking the time out of their day to listen to us.
And the millions of people watching around, listening around the world.
That's right. We don't even know. Hey, there's no way to even measure that. Did you know that?
Well, but with the internet, you can't ever tell.
Not the internets. Now the internet you could, but not the nets.
There's more than one of them.
That's the problem. Okay.
All right, so we'll finish up with one called Breaking Up Christmas. I know it's not near Christmas yet,
but it's not really a holiday song.
No, it's
just
a dance tune.
Yeah, it's just a dance tune. Do what?
3 months from today.
Hey, that's exactly right. It is 3 months from today. You know what? We got 3 minutes, and we need to tell the folks this. Breaking Up Christmas is a tradition in Surry County. This song is actually about how people used to celebrate Christmas after Christmas Day, the week in between Christmas and New Year's. And that's what this song is actually about. And you can find out more on the website for the Earl Theater, which is surrycountymusic.com, if you want to know more about old-time music or the Breaking Up Christmas tradition. the Merry-Go-Rounders. My good buddy Eric Jessup, Roger Stamper, I'm Jeannie Lowry. Stay tuned. Right now we'll take a quick look at the local news as well as the weather forecast, and we'll be right back with more music after that with another hour and a half. Our special guest, Steve Marshall and High Road. All you folks here in the theater, let's go get us a cold drink and some popcorn. We'll be back in about 6 minutes for the second portion of today's Merry-Go-Round. You're listening to the voice of the Blue Ridge, AM 740 WPAQ.
I want a drink. Sure. Just, I don't know. What are you talking about? This drink? Water, yeah. Get water. Go ahead and get water. You got water. Thank you, ma'am. Good.
They're not going to set it. Let's get somebody's name. Oh, you'll find it. I'm sure that Derek will be singing a lot. Right?
Do a good job, Roger. Yeah. Roger, you do a good job.
I appreciate that. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, good job. I'm proud of you.
I appreciate
Good.
it. Thank you.
Roger, I heard you playing a band. What you got a band? I heard you doing a good job, Roger.
I do my best.
Good job, Roger.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming. Have a good day.
Yeah, they are. They're really good. You see
Hey, how's it going? Good, doing good. You ain't seen that microphone that's got a windscreen on it, have you? It never leaves the stage. I wonder where it's at. But this stuff was up there, so somebody probably messed with it. But I know this stuff was on the stage.
Saturday is typically the best attended day of the festival. They have big grounds downtown. Around the Andrew Playhouse and the Black House. The event wraps up behind the music gospel concert and Mayberry
It's not hidden on
at the Earl
I don't see it. Please go look, because I don't see it. But it looks just like this, but it's got a white windscreen on it.
It'll be a very political occasion. It'll be all sunny sweat, right? From it's sunny, it's becoming functional. I'm your 76 and light west.
We use this. I can't find anything.
Otherwise clear, low around 49. Sunday sunny and 75. And looking ahead from Monday, right on through the end of next week, I see nary a mention of any rain at all. So here it is. At this point, sunshine and clear skies. Daytime high will rise back into the low 80s. And we approach midweek, up on the 70s. Currently 66 degrees, that's 19 degrees Celsius. Winds out of the west around 5. Humidity, a very breathable 61. That's nice, Paul. 6.5 minutes past 12 noon. We will now take you back live to the stage of the Earl Theater in downtown Ohio for the second portion of today's Merry-Go-Round podcast. Here from the stage of the Earl is your Merry-Go-Round host, Jenny Lowry.
Thank you so much, Frank Llewellyn, and if you're just tuning in or just joining us, you're listening to the Saturday Morning Merry-Go-Round. This program broadcasts live over at WPAQ for about 70 years. Number nine there. And we had a few technical difficulties. There's always stuff that gets lost. Gremlins, I like to blame it on gremlins. If anybody knows what those are, they come around when you're not looking and they do this thing and then you turn around and your stuff's gone or something happens like that. So give us just a couple minutes. I do want to tell you folks listening in that Steve Marshall and High Road, they'll be performing over at Wally's Service Station. You got that muted, number 9? Yeah. Okay. Got that music over there up until late this evening, probably. Steve Marshall and High Road. Also, Travis Fry and Blue Mountain. They'll be performing, and I don't know who all else, but it'll be great. Whatever happens, that will be great music. I think we're good to go. Are we good to go? All right. Life on the run. That's what I feel like I'm doing here. Hey, we got to go back to more music. Back to the stage of the Earl Theater for part 2 of today's Saturday Morning Merry-Go-Round. They got everything set to go. Help me make welcome to the stage Steve Marshall and High Road.
I'm Miami bound. I got big home, baby, all these little girls do when I'm gone. Dark clouds rising, sure sign rain. Get to old gray barn on the Liza Jane. I got big home, baby, all these little girls do when I'm gone. I'm going on mountain, slow little cane, red sparrow, sorghum, sweet little Liza Jane. I can make home, baby,
right, Steve Marshall and High Road. Go ahead, Steve, and give us a couple tunes before we take our first
Okay,
break.
we can do that. Let's do a good old timer there, one called When You're Lonely.
Oh, I'm thinking of you, little darling, on the day that we first met. All those things, sweetheart, that you told me, I'm sure I'll never forget. Oh, someday, sweetheart, when you're lonely and have no one to care for you, remember the heart you have broken and the one that has loved you so true. You told me you always would love me and no one would ever come between, but it seems to me you've forgotten all those things you told me. Oh, someday, sweetheart, when you're lonely and have no one to care for you, remember the heart you have broken and the one that has loved you so true. I'll forget all those things that you told me and try to start our life anew. Just remember the heart you have broken and the one that has loved you so true. Oh, someday, sweetheart, when you're lonely and have no one to care for you, remember the heart you have broken and the one that has loved you so true.
Oh, I saw you last night in dreams of. I woke the clock striking 4, but I didn't think it'd be me. And now you walk through that door. Come sit here with me, little darling, and allow me to say, I love you, sweetheart, I love you. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, first time on you, I wonder if I'd ever get you off of mine. And tell me, sweetheart, that you need me with your curls hang down behind. Come sit here with me, little darling, and allow me to say, I love you, sweetheart, I love you. Hey, 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 hey. Won't you come in my arms, so darling? It's an dark night when I'm here all alone. And tell me, sweetheart, that you need me. Some dark night I'm here all alone. Come sit here with me, little darling, and allow me to say, I love you, sweetheart, I love you. Hey, 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 hey.
All right, great job, our special guest, Steve Marshall and High Road on the Saturday morning merry-go-round. We will take this opportunity to hear a word from our sponsors of this portion of today's program. That's Old Mill Music. And we'll be back with more music coming up on the merry-go-round right after this. Thank you so much, Bracky Llewellyn. If you're just tuning in or just joining us, this is the Saturday Morning Merry-Go-Round, broadcast live each week over the voice of the Blue Ridge, WPAQ 740 on your AM dial and 106.7 locally on the FM dial, and worldwide at WPAQ740.com. Welcome also to folks watching on our YouTube stream. Thank you so much for tuning in this Saturday morning. Saturday of Mayberry Days. Right now, back to the stage of the Earl Theater. Special guest for part 2 of today's program, Steve Marshall and High Road.
Thank you a lot, Jenny. I'm going to introduce this fellow here playing the guitar. He does a fine job on that. I've been playing with him about 15 years now. Good guitar player. Man on player and does a good job of singing. He's from Galley, Virginia, Mr. Patrick Lindsay. Y'all make him welcome. Come up here and tell me what you're going to sing about, Patrick.
It's an old tune from way back. A lot of people have done it. Hope you like our version. I think it was originally Reno and Smiley tune, maybe. It's called Unwanted Love.
All the broken heart.
time ago, Reno and Smiley too. Now Reno's just fell back here playing bass fiddle. He does a fine job on that. Does a lot of guitar picking, singing. Good fellow to have around. Been playing this about 3 years now, something like that, 4 maybe. He's been playing. He was about this tall the first time he played with us, but he's doing a good job on that. He's the cleanest cut looking fellow from the stage right now, I think. Other than Derek over here. Derek looks pretty good over here too, but he does pretty good. But over to Banner, North Carolina, Mr. Ian Golden. Y'all make him welcome. I'm going to help him try to do this old timer. I think he is Lover's Quarrel, ain't it? If his name up, something like that. This is a good old Stanley tune. I'm going to try to help him out on camera called Lover's Quarrel. This fellow up here picking the private string banjo. He does a good job on that, and heck, guitar player, mandolin player, everything. I always like a chance to get to pick with him. He's got his Baldwin Ode out tonight. That thing sounds good. He's from up here in Canaan. I guess you're still living in Canaan, ain't you? He's still living in Canaan. Mr. Derek Houston, y'all make him welcome. What you gonna pick for him? All right. Here. Thank you all a whole lot. And the last fella up here needs to be introduced. Like he said, we've been playing music together going on 16 years. And if you like high, lonesome, traditional bluegrass singing, he's one of the best around. And he comes from right here in Mount Airy, North Carolina. If you will give him a big hand, Steve Marshall. Thank you all, folks. Thank you a whole lot. All right, thank y'all a whole lot. This is, let's see, we didn't get a chance to, didn't have Mayberry Days last year, did we? But a couple years since we played Autumn Leaves, good Lord. Mayberry Days there at the Merry-Go-Round, but good to be back on here again. And hope everybody's having a good time out there. Weather's pretty good, and they got done paving the street right before most of y'all showed up, so that's a good thing.
Wasn't that crazy? Boy, they picked the absolute worst time to do that. What? Yeah,
that was something else right there, I'll tell you what. But it's all good. We'll take care of it. All right, Patrick's got a tune. I'm up here talking, and I forgot to tell him the tune right quick. Got a tune a little bit for this. This is a good old number. I'm going to try here. I've done it a few times out. I forgot to tell him the tune. I told Derek that. He was talking. I didn't know what I know. I'm sorry about that. Well, no, he does know his own pretty good. I think he's about there.
job from our special guests, Steve Marshall and High Road. Let's take a real quick break and give Brack a chance to give an updated look at the weather forecast for all of you folks. And we'll be back. More music coming up right after this. What's Ethan doing today? Getting married? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Brack, and it's been a pleasure to be with you folks today. I welcome all you folks visiting from out of town, or especially folks listening in over the radio. We've heard from several folks during this last little bit. Bobby Wayne's listening in. Wanted to tell these folks they were doing a great job. And also Merle, he's listening in from up in New York. And Jane Bowman, she's listening in. Where does she live? Maybe Westfield, I believe. And all those folks listening in today, thank you so much for tuning us in. Back to more music now from our special guests, Steve Marshall and High Road.
It makes no difference where I wander, no matter what I say or do. I can't outlive this memory of you, and I cry, dear, when I think of you. Somehow you wouldn't let me love you. The plans we made gone straight. Instead of being blue lonely, I just think I'll go away. It seems we both could have been happy if things only turned out right. From now on, each day I'll think about you, and I dream of you, dear, every night. Somehow you wouldn't let me love you, but plans we made gone straight. Instead of being blue lonely, I just think I'll go away. I just think I'll go away. Thank you. Good old time was all that. I think I'll just go away. Let's see. Tell you what we ain't done in a little while. Derek to get up here in just a second. Once he's tuning now too. Let's do a little bit of Sharecropper's Son right there. We picked somewhere when I was 14. Worked full ground just for bacon and cream. Landlord told us our time, cause right, we'll call the sharecropper's son. Now, Patrick, we got to send that Jimmy Martin tune. I was saying, figure out which I'm going to send out yet. Which one you want to do? Move? Let's do a little bit of Southern Side of the Mountain. You want to try that right quick? I got a couple of my granddaughters are quarantined right now, so they're listening in, I think, and I got one that's a big Jimmy Martin fan. Yeah, right there. So we're going to send that Jimmy Martin tune to them. We'll get Derek kick off a little bit of Sunny Side of the Mountain. Out of E right there. Let's do another Jimmy Martin tune. Do a bit of Ocean of Diamonds right there about E. I'll remember how to play some play now.
Oh, world filled with flowers to hold you closely for just a few hours. Hear you whisper softly that you love me too. Would change all the dark clouds to the bluest of blue.
All right, great job from our special guest, Steve Marshall and High Road. We need to hear a word about an upcoming event taking place down around Statesville, North Carolina at the Trading Ford Baptist Church. They'll be hosting Jerry Sally. That's coming up. We'll tell you folks a little bit about that, and we'll be back with more music from Steve Marshall and High Road right after this.
the Ben Motley Memorial Concert featuring Jerry Salmon. Taking place at Trading Floor.
I just wanted to make sure that's good.
The Ben Motley Memorial Concert is already in Ben's Fitness. Somebody say that race. The organization that trains service dogs, preventing these special dogs and some strays. Create a special bond between dogs and fans. Please mark this event on your calendar. The Ben Motley Memorial Concert featuring
Thank you so much, Brack, and I do want to make a mention of that. Jerry Sally performing not tomorrow, 1 week from tomorrow. That's October the 3rd, I believe, and that is going to be taking place down at the Trading Floor Baptist Church, the Ben Motley Memorial. And of course, Ben passed away actually just about a year ago. They were scheduled to be on the merry-go-round just a day or so after he passed away. So we want to invite everybody to head down there to Trading Floor Baptist next Sunday for Jerry Sally. Right now, our special guest for this portion of today's merry-go-round. Let's do about 3 songs, Steve, and then we'll take a quick break.
All right, thank you a lot, Dean. Patrick's going to go for the gusto right here, I think. We'll call it Last Goodbye. best of it right there. All right, now let's do our gospel number now. Break time. Let me turn the microphone back up here. It's tilted on, sir. Hang on a second. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's jumping out on me there. I don't want to drop that thing. That's probably expensive. It looks expensive, don't it? All right. Let's do a little Nobody's Love Is Like Mine.
Our special guests, Steve Marshall and Hyro. We got a couple minutes before the top of the hour. Why don't we tell the folks where you'll be playing today at Wally's? Would that be all right?
Yeah, that's fine. All right, we're going to be playing down here if you're around this area, or even if you're not. About 3 o'clock we'll be playing down at Wally's service station. You can take a left out of the building here, if you're in the building. If you're not in the building, you have to go down Main Street. But anyway, go down past downtown, past the post office. I can't remember exactly what block it is, but if you go down past the 2 churches on the right-hand side there, the Friends Church, I think that's Presbyterian Church down there. Wally's is right there on the left. They got a pretty good little setup down there as far as the jail. If you've ever been on a squad car tour, that's where they originate from. So that's where you come out there. Courthouse, they get a little courthouse mock-up. They got all kinds of stuff where you can get your picture took and all them good things. And come on down there. We're going to be down there from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Come on out and listen to us. We'll try to do something to make you happy, and we'll try to do some songs songs you enjoy. We'll play some might make you sad, and some of them just because I want to do them. So come on out there and check us out when we're here 5 today.
Also, Steve Marshall and Hyro, they'll be with us at the Autumn Leaves Festival Bandstand Saturday, October the 12th, beginning at 6:45 p.m. on a Saturday night. We got a great lineup. We have shared that on the WPAQ website, so if you want to check it out. But you might as well just come and plan to stay the whole day, all 3 days, because we got great groups all weekend long for the 55th annual Autumn Leaves Festival that's coming up in just 2 short weeks. Well, I talked us up to 1 o'clock. I'm good at doing that. And so we'll take a real quick break and we'll be back with more music coming up on today's Saturday Morning Merry-Go-Round featuring Steve Marshall and High Road. You're listening to the voice of the Blue Ridge. This is AM 740 along with FM 106.7 WPAQ. It is, and it's like 9, 10, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Yeah, look, somebody's done texted me. You're telling the wrong day. Blame that on 10. Thank you once again, Brad Llewellyn, and I did make a little mistake. I quoted you the wrong date. The Autumn Leaves Festival is Friday, October the 8th, Saturday, October the 9th, and Sunday, October the 10th. Hopefully I've got that right now. And we do want to make mention that we will not be having the merry-go-round that Saturday. We'll be doing that at the festival bandstand instead of here at the Earl. So I guess during that time we'll be featuring Bluegrass and Beyond, the Chestnut Mountain Ramblers, the Fisher's Peak Timber Rattlers, as well as Paula Dellenbach and Fox River. That's all coming up Friday, October the 8th through Sunday, October the 10th. So, Steve, let's see. We've just got maybe one break that we need to do in this half hour. So go ahead and play 3 or 4 songs before we take us a break.
Okay, thank you a lot, Jim. Get Patrick just a second to tune again. Once again, yeah, we didn't get to have a lot of things with COVID and everything last year, like this particular festival we didn't get to have last year, and all the leaves, of course, was sidelined. So if you get a chance, that's a big deal. Come on out, and 3 days, a lot of good food and a lot of good music out there. So if you get a chance, we'd love to see you out there. Come out and see us. I know we're doing a little bit of a long set, which that's fine because it's like every time you get out there and play, by the time you get started, it's time to stop. So come on out there and see us. We'll enjoy to have you out there, and it's always a good place. Good little town to come to, and there's a lot going on. So if you're visiting, come on out here and see us and check out what we got going on. Patrick's back. He's got the mandolin out now, so we're going to get him pick a little bit on the mandolin. And I think he's getting close to being in tune now. I didn't have to tell him tune, he did it on his own. So he did a good job. I think he's right. I'm going to get Ian come here and help the kids do a little one called Don't Go Out Tonight, Little Darling. on here. I'm gonna do this. Jenny likes this tune right here, so I'm gonna do it for her. And this is old, I think Larry Sparks wrote this tune, I believe. Patrick's singing again, I didn't tell him to. I'll tell you what. We'll call it the medicine. Someday I'll go back to the mountain where I'll spend the rest of my days. And the water that flows from the side of the hill will water her flowery grave. Will water her flowery grave. Let's see here, Ian. You do some singing here, buddy. Let's get you up there singing over. You got whatever key you want to. What you got in mind? All right, we'll do another good old, do a good love song there. You like to do it? Yeah, we'll do it right there this time. We'll call it That's the Way You Feel.
Your love for me was never real. I could hold you, but you'd be unhappy. It's alright if that's the way you feel. I know that I will always go on caring, but my feelings now it's alright if that's the way you feel. I always knew someday I would lose you when those lies about me were revealed. It's plain to see, sweetheart, you believe it. It's alright if that's the way you feel. I know that I will always go on caring, but my feelings I must concede. I still need you and I want you with me. It's alright if that's the way you feel. It's alright if that's the way you feel. Thank you. Good job, Ian. Good job. Derek, let's do a little banjo pick. What you got in mind there? Foggy Mountain Breakdown.
he don't use up nearly as many towels as Ethan does. You got to get Ethan a towel. I mean, you look over and sweat is just pouring off Ethan, and Eric is just, Derek is not even, then I started to talk about Eric. I almost brought in Eric Marshall into the conversation. I don't know where that came from. But anyways, that's a whole other story. Another Marshall brother. But Derek is just calm, cool, and collected over there. So we miss you, Ethan, today, and I hope you're doing all right, though, really. Do need to tell the folks right now about Mayberry Music Center, located right across the street from the historic Earl Theater, and it's locally owned and operated by James Easter of the Easter Brothers. James would like to invite you to stop in and check out their selection of acoustic as well as electric guitars, bass guitars, mandolins, fiddles, banjos, trumpets, saxophones, clarinets, flutes, and much, much more. Mayberry Music Center specializes in Blue Ridge guitars, and they're the authorized Blue Ridge guitar dealer in the Mount Airy area. Also, Mayberry Music Center offers a $100 discount off the suggested retail price of their Blue Ridge guitars, and you'll usually find there's some slightly used Blue Ridge guitars at Mayberry Music Center at a discounted price. They have strings as well as all types of accessories for your instrument, and they offer music lessons as well as instrument repair. And James wants to be sure that you know that if you don't see what you're looking for when you stop by, just ask them, because chances are they can have it for you in just a couple of days. And you'll also find there a great selection of bluegrass and bluegrass gospel CDs, including titles from Mount Airy's own Easter Brothers as well as the Primitive Quartet. Mayberry Music Center is open Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 4, and on Saturdays from 9:30 to 3. They're always closed on Sunday. That is Mayberry Music Center, historic Main Street in downtown Mount Airy. Also, you can pick up tickets for the big Jeff and Sherry Easter concert along with Jeff's dad, James, at Mayberry Music Center. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that program is at Mount Airy Wesleyan Church this afternoon at 4 o'clock. Right now, back to the stage of the Earl Theater for our special guests, Steve Marshall and High Road. We got about 14 minutes left, Steve, and we don't need to take any more breaks. So whatever you want to do for the next 14 minutes. Great.
There's a girl on my mind I can't get over. That would break the heart. Yeah, we did that song about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, it's the first time Patrick did it, so lead on. Now let's see, let's do another Jim Mark sing. I'm gonna get you sing some more lead there. Let Derek clean up over here. He's, I can have to tell him to. Patrick ain't painted. Duly noted. Patrick, he's doing it now. Let's see. Let's do a bit here. And if I be your top one, don't know what I do. Old people up to top, I'm so in love with you. Oh, hit the rain of love, I'm the one never stop. I got all the way on for us to top. But if I do get there soon, really have it made. Then I know number one, close in the rain.
stop. I come home the way come for a recent time. But if the dear dancer really had it made, then I'll know I'm number one and understand the rain. Then I'll know I'm number one and understand the rain.
All right. There's the teacher one again, Mark. So, let's see here, Patrick. I got in mind another one here. What about, let's do a gospel number right there. I think we can do it right there. Right? Trouble? Right there. B flat. So we gotta move. We're gonna do another gospel number now. Yeah, Patrick, we don't normally play this key, and I most of the time play the mandolin on it, so do a little bit of arranging as we go here. This is another old gospel number. We've done it a few times over the years. I brought this one out about a year ago now. I don't hear it too much, and some of y'all probably never heard this one. It's a good song, and we like it a lot. One called "The Stairway to Heaven."
Beyond the blue, a stairway goes to God's heavenly fold. A stairway is waiting for you. There's a stairway, golden stairway, a stairway to heaven that leads to its home bright and fair. Step by step I'll climb till its hand touches mine. Then I'll rest at the top of the stairs. There's a room at the top of the stairway where we'll rest when we're all safely there. And friends who we meet someday we will meet in our home. At the top of the stairs, there's a stairway, golden stairway, a stairway to heaven that leads to his home bright and fair. Step by step I'll climb till his hand touches mine. Then I'll rest at the top of the stairs. They've gone to a place prepared by the blessed at the foot of the throne of God. There's a stairway, golden stairway, a stairway to heaven that leads to his home bright and fair. Step by step I'll climb till his hand touches mine. Then I'll rest at the top of the stairs.
Great job from our special guests, Steve Marshall and High Road. We do have time for probably one more song. It's time for the program to draw to a close. I do want to remind you, next weekend, October the 2nd, the Shelton Brothers will be with us along with Just a Little Grace. Right now, Steve, what you got picked out for us to end today's program?
Well, we're going to end this up with a song. I'm so desperate for a while. We always like to do this song.
Come on back, pick me up again. now. I can't swallow that. Things ain't shaping up here from where I'm at. Oh, sleep is coming alive again. Now what do you think of that? I'll be gone, gone. When the kitten starts talking to the cat. Now you've gone too many nights with girls so tan. I stayed here with babies, I never let you down. Don't hurt, go away, don't know where you're at. But I'll be gone, when the kitten starts talking to the cat. Hey, now what's that? I can't swallow that. Things ain't shaping up here from where I'm at. Oh, sleepy's coming alive again. Now what do you think of that? I'll be gone, when the kitten starts talking to the cat. Shaping up there from where I'm at. Oh, sleepy's come alive again. Now what do you think of that? I'll be gone, when the kitten starts talking to the cat.
Oh yes, Steve Marshall and High Road. Don't forget to be playing again down at Wally's at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Until next time, this is Jeannie Lowry signing.